Hello everyone, I'm Damien here, and today I'm going to be doing something that I've been wanting to do for a long time. A cooking video. And today we're making a mac and cheese, not mac and cheese, a grilled cheese, only you'll be using a bit more ingredients. So today we'll be using 4 slices of tomato, depending on how much you want, diced onions, butter, you can use sticks, you can use stick butter, you can use tub butter, whatever. Using cheese, because you can use whatever cheese you want. There's no specific kind you need. Basil, you don't have to use it. This is an optional thing, but me personally, I like it. Oh, and 2 slices of bread. Okay, since I'm not good at setting things up, I'll just put this here. Okay, now we're going to want some butter. I'm using this butter because I like it. We're going to put it in this and put it in the microwave. So you have melted butter. With that, you can like brush the butter onto the bread before you toast it on the thing, which will be pretty good. Okay, so first things first, I'm going to chop this. Don't have to use too much. Just pull this out. Not gonna. Oh yeah, I have a knife right here. Just a little bit. Just not too much. Like a tablespoon, I think it is. Since you got your butter, you go plop it in here. Save that for later whenever I'm ready. You can do this whenever you want, as long as you're going to be able to put it on the bread before it gets toasty. Now we are going to be chopping the onions. I have a little trick that should be. We're going to go. Sorry for my bad skill at chopping. I like to cook, but I don't cook that much. So if there's a bit of background noise, there's a washer and a baby. So now you would just go. You want to get that good on in there. You don't have to use that much, as I do. I like me onions. Very nice. You can use less, or you can use more. Whatever you prefer, onion-wise. Me, man, I like it. Best thing is, my eyes don't even burn. Okay. Now you got the onions. I'm going to keep it here. You can save this here. Make some room for you to chop the tomatoes, because tomatoes aren't going to be used until it is mostly done. Okay, I just put the butter in there for about 30 seconds. Now we're going to pull out the bread. You can use whatever bread you want. I don't think I have any other bread. So I'm going to use this bread. I don't know how this is going to work, honestly. So you got here, you get your bread. I'm skipping right over the butt piece because I don't like that. You just plop this down on the table. And now, it's where you can start heating this up. I used stainless steel, it's easier to clean. I just cooked something else on this recently. It was the same thing. Yeah, get that cooking, put it on a low temperature. Now you want to make sure your butter is all melted. Melted and burning my hands. Yes, okay, that's what you want. Now, if you don't have a brush, which I thought I had, but apparently I don't, because as you can see, I don't have one. You can use anything, like I'm going to use this little Christmas thing. Now what you want to do, your thing, you dip it in the butter. You gotta bar this all up. It's looking very nice. It's a nice dish, not too hard to make, but it's worth the effort. You want to butter both sides of this. Just flop it over. Don't worry guys, the table is clean, so the stuff isn't getting dirty. Yeah, just brush that all in there. Yeah, now once you got the sides buttered, you just want to put it on there and do it to the next one. Okay, now that you have these nicely buttered and on the pan, I'm going to flip them till they're not too crunchy. It's a really small bit to crunch. Yeah. So whenever you do this, you want to get this because you're going to be putting the cheese on it, and it's on. You can have the temperature up for this part, but whenever you start putting the cheese on it, then that's when you want to turn it down so it can like cook internally and externally. So yeah. This is going to taste very nice. I'm excited. Yeah. Well, I will see you once this is toasted. If you want some more cooking videos, because I am very fond of making foods, leave a comment down below and say if you do, and also subscribe if you want. It helps a good bit, helps a lot. Okay, the bread is like slightly warmed, so you want to turn this down to about 3. I'm using the old pan. This is where you add the cheese. I'd recommend this 2 slices. You can use as many as you want as well. It's up to preference. Then you just do this and you go. I'm stupid. You go. Boom. Now, as low as so it can get to the cheese as well. So yeah, let that cook for a bit, and then you'll see what's next. Okay guys, now what you want to do, take the onions, move this to the side. You cook the onions while you're cooking this so you can get the juices from this into that. In my taste, it's pretty good. I only have one hand, so. Yeah, you wanna. It's good to move this around. Ah, the smell is great. Whenever you want, you could lift up this and then start stirring around if you have another thing. Unfortunately, I only have one. This thing? Oh yeah, you might have to sacrifice a little bit of cheese, because the cheese is going to be all melted, so you're going to have to knife it open. Some of the knife will be stuck on the. Yeah, some of the knife. Well, some of the cheese will be on the knife. You want to roll the burger around in your onion juices. Get that extra flavor on there. It's gonna be delicious. Yeah, but also you can also, me personally, I like to keep them, most of my onions in like a group, so I can stir them around easier, and I can put them on other places. Okay, that's really good. Okay, I will see you whenever the next step comes along. Okay, I just put this on here. Now you can have free range with your onions. You can turn it up a bit so they fry better. Yeah, let me show you what you do next. Whenever this looks done, you want to turn this off. Okay, you want to turn it off because you're going to be doing stuff with this. See this? It's going to be hard to separate these things. So what you want to do, separate these. You could pull it apart, but sometimes it doesn't work. What you could do, to make it easier, you get a butter knife or whatever, and you don't do that. Okay, gotten a new one. So what you want to do, go through the middle and cut it open because the cheese is blocking it and you don't want to make too much of a mess or it's just not going to turn out well. Okay. See, it's nice there. Now what you want to do is get your onions. You want to put the onions on there. Okay, just put the onions on the bread. Move around a bit. It's probably not going to be as good as the first one I made because I'm not 100% remember how I did it. So yeah, what you want to do next is that you want to take the tomato you got earlier. You want to slice her up. You know, yeah, I prefer 4 slices. You can do as many as you want. You ain't gonna taint the recipe unless you have bad tomatoes. Since this is a weird tomato, I'm just gonna do 3 pieces. I'm gonna put the rest of the tomato somewhere else. You get your bread. I don't know why. Actually, this is a weird tomato, so I'm going to use 1. You can save the rest of this for another use. But now is where you get the basil. The basil is what makes the tomato taste good. So now you get a bit of that on there, and then you can just, I like to get some of the remedies off the plate onto this. And then, boom. Okay, now that you've made this, it looks pretty good. And it tastes pretty good. I'm not that good at cooking, so I just give this a 7 out of 10. Because I thoroughly enjoy this. So yeah.